Recording. Welcome everybody to Oil Chats. This is our very first inaugural Oil Chat. It's going to be going on for a couple of months, and it's really an ongoing product usage group. This is our first ever in a really large series, and I'm open to suggestions. So for now, the format of this call will be really simple. It's 30 minutes, 15 minutes on products or a specific topic that we're going to discuss, and then 15 minutes are going to be open for questions and answering. This call won't dive too deep into the science. I know we have one caller here, Jess, who loves the science, and that's not my specialty. So if you want more science-related stuff, we maybe can get Jess to guest host for us. So right now we have plenty of experts in the field of essential oils and chemistry that we can glean wisdom from, and Dr. Pappas is one of them. I know I see Heather, and Katie is here. She's here to learn about oils. Dr. Pappas is a renowned chemist in essential oils. He works for Indiana University, and he has an Essential Oil University Facebook page that you should go and join if you love science and everything about science. So each week I will draw from different resources. I'm going to be using the Modern Essentials book. I'm going to be using the Emotions book. I got this brand new fancy little product information page guide. It's really, really fancy and really useful. A lot of good stuff in there. If you want information that this book has, you can go to doterratools.com. It has all the product information pages in it. I just have a really pretty printout of it in a binder. I'm so fancy. The other book I use is The Essential Life. They're all really good resources to have on hand. If you don't have them, right now is the perfect time to get those books because they just came out with the brand new oils, and so the new editions of those books are available now. Although I'm still looking for a new edition of this book. I have a 5th edition, but I can't find it anywhere else. So Mara got it for me as a gift. So if you have, or if you want to dive deeper into any topic that we cover, please let me know, and we can make additional courses. And then if you have any suggestions about stuff that maybe I didn't think about, please write to me, direct message me, and let me know. Okay, are we ready? Wonder who Beefcake is. He's fun. Okay, the first one that we're going to cover is peppermint. And I want everybody, I asked you on Essential Bliss to get out your oils so that we could use them together. So right now, thanks Heather, right now we're going to put a drop in our hand, and we're going to rub our hands together, and we're going to puff it. Peppermint is safe to use aromatically, topically, and internally. It calms the digestive system, so when your stomach or your digestion is upset, you can use a little bit of peppermint. You can inhale it to feel better. You can rub it on your tummy if you want, and then I also like to put a drop on the back of my hand and lick it, but only if you're tough. And you want to make sure with all oils, you do not touch your eyes. Be careful with your nose, be careful with your mouth and any other extremities because it can be very cooling or burning. Peppermint's great to open up your airways, to promote clear breathing. It cools overheated skin. So for all of those that know about compliant language, you guys can figure that one out. It soothes tired and sore muscles. It energizes and boosts moods. Use it in place of sugary gums or mints. So licking it from your hand really helps to open up your airways. It helps to freshen your breath. And then you're not getting anything. Hey. And then it is great to use the moment you wake up. So I know a lot of people that use a drop in their hand in the morning and smell that right when they wake up because it helps to wake them up and revive them from a deep sleep. Emotionally, peppermint is the oil of the buoyant heart. So when you're feeling unbearable emotional pain, intense despair, heaviness, when you're pessimistic, which can be me sometimes, I'm a little bit pessimistic at times, when you're feeling muddled, you can use peppermint to feel more clear. you can feel relieved from that kind of despair. You can feel renewed, and or if you need strength to face emotional pain, peppermint's good to use beforehand. All right, the next one is lemon, and my lemon's empty. I don't know who left an empty bottle in my bag, but this one's empty. Also great to use aromatically, topically, and internally. It opens airways as well and promotes clear breathing. It supports with focus and clear thinking. So let's sniff that one right now. This one's really great to remove like sticky stuff like gum or tape from your clothes or surfaces. So for me, this one really came in handy because my stepfather decided to put tape all over the floor to tape down carpets. He thought that would be a really great idea to tape down like small area rugs. And when those carpets got bad, I lifted up the tape and the tape glue was all stuck to the floor. So I used lemon oil and I just sprinkled it. You can also put it in a glass bottle filled with water and some drops of lemon and then spray that down. But that lemon just picked that tape up and that glue up super fast. So rather than using Goo Gone, this bottle will go a lot further and is a lot cheaper. And then the house also smells really great. So lemon you can use to clean any kind of grease from your stove. If you have baked on grease in your pans or on your stove, in your oven, lemon smells great, but then cleans off all that grease because it just breaks it up really quickly. It's also great to use internally. 5 drops in a glass of water in the morning, drink it in the morning to help cleanse internally as well. So emotionally, you use lemon when you feel confused, unfocused, mentally fatigued, joyless, lacking energy, or you're feeling guilty. I don't know who feels that way, but by using lemon, you'll feel more energy, you'll be more connected, more alert, clear, rational, and have more joy. Lemon is the oil of focus. Next one, lavender. Open up your lavender. We're going to put a drop in our hand for this time too with lavender. Rub your hands together, cup them over your mouth and nose, and inhale deeply. Thank you, Brenda. Good job, Jeannie. Okay, lavender is the Swiss Army knife of oils. It's good for so many different things. I know, but we're going to use frankincense. We'll wake up again. It's just to relax. So you can use it aromatically, topically, and internally as well. Lavender helps to calm emotions and ease sadness. It's very relaxing and it promotes restful sleep. It also soothes skin irritations. So most you know, I'm a soccer mom. Not proud of that tag. I know Kenya loves that tag, but I'm a soccer mom. And in the summertime, there's a lot of bugs out on the field, and so we always carry TerraShield with us. But if somebody happens to get bit, then lavender is really great to roll onto those bites because it eases that kind of itchiness and that pain from any kind of bugs. During the springtime, it's a great oil to use to support one's body during seasonal threats. Flowers blooming, olive trees blooming causes many people to have ailments that lavender can help resolve. Lavender is also great to use on pillows and on sheets. And when I travel, and I talked about this yesterday about Serenity on our team call, but lavender is also a great one to use when you aren't able to adjust to time zone. So Robin, when you're in Arizona next month, you may want to try the lavender or the Serenity on your pillow or sheet to help your body adjust to the new time differences and to sleep better. Especially when we're not sleeping in our own bed, it's a little bit harder to relax and calm down and sleep. Jeannie, because you're going on a fabulous trip, and I want to see lots of pictures, lavender is really great to rub on your temples, your feet. Maybe do your feet last, but do your temples. I like to also put the drop in my hand and inhale, and then I'll put a swipe of lavender or Serenity right under my nose, and then the bottom of your feet if you need it. You can rub it directly on skin irritations to reduce itchiness, cuts, and bruises. And emotionally, it's the oil of communication. So sometimes if you're struggling with speaking, which I don't know that everybody has that problem, but sometimes I do. I don't say what I want to say, or I just have trouble getting my words out sometimes. I'll use lavender, and I'll put that right on my neck because it opens up that chakra. So lavender is the oil of communication. When you're feeling blocked communication, or you have a fear of rejection, or you're feeling unseen or unheard, if you're constricted, you have tension, emotional dishonesty, or hiding, by using lavender, you can open up communication. You can feel more relaxed, to be expressive and emotionally honest, and to be heard. So lavender, multi-uses for that one. Melaleuca. This is not one that I love the smell of, but one that I do use. Melaleuca is great for aromatic, topical, and internal usage. This is great to soothe the throat. I wasn't aware of that. I learned that today. It's great to protect against environmental seasonal threats. It cleans your hand and surfaces, so you could use it as a hand sanitizer instead of an actual toxic hand sanitizer. It's great for your skin. So for younger kids, or maybe hormonal moms that have occasional breakouts, this is a great one to use topically to dry that out and to kill any bacteria that's sitting on the skin. I know that Beefcake sometimes, he'll use this one, or he'll use the HD Clear. You guys all know who Beefcake is, correct? Yeah. All right. Yeah, right, Jeannie. It's Amar. Okay, so emotionally, it's the oil of energetic boundaries. Your boundaries need strengthening. You need to wear and diffuse. And I'm wearing a diffuser necklace today because I had a visitor yesterday afternoon, and we've been struggling. Our family's been struggling. And so I had to strengthen those boundaries a little bit and be a little bit more strong. So negative emotions that it addresses are parasitic or codependent relationships. If you have poor boundaries, or you're weak-willed, or you're dealing with toxicity, use Melaleuca, and by using that oil, you can enhance or strengthen your energetic boundaries. You can have more respectful connections, feel empowered, feel resilient, and you can honor others' agency. Okay. Frankincense. Now we're gonna wake up. All right. So frankincense, 1 drop in your hand. Rub your hands together. Smell, and then I like to rub it on my neck. Really, Katie, you poor thing. Melaleuca, really? It does provide a lot of relief, but it's not the greatest smelling oil. I maybe would have said no thanks if that's the one they introduced me to. So frankincense, this is the king of oils. This is an oil everybody needs to have. Frankincense is the golden oil. Yeah, lavender, I like lavender a lot better too for bug bites. So frankincense needs to be used every single day. Robin, are you putting frankincense in your mouth? Yeah? Okay. You need to use it every day because it enhances focus, which we all need. You can use it while meditating and praying. It's great for your skin. You can add it to a natural skincare lotion or apply it directly. I put it directly. I have an age spot here, and I have some coming in here. I put them directly on my age spots. And I won't ever say I have great skin, but I hear that a lot, that I have great skin. So I credit Frank for that one because frankincense is a really, really good and nourishing oil. It also supports cellular health. And I'm going to refer you to the Aromatic Science website, aromaticscience.com, to learn more about frankincense's amazing abilities regarding cellular health. Because we do have to stay compliant, especially because this one's being recorded. So frankincense, emotionally, is the oil of truth. And let's see. Okay, so when you're feeling, or when you're struggling with issues of you're feeling spiritually disconnected, when you are distant from a father, when you feel unprotected or spiritually in a dark place, you can use frankincense to feel more enlightened, loved, protected, enhance your wisdom, your discernment, and be more spiritually open. And then also frankincense helps to, yeah, hold on, I can't, hang on, Michelle. We love that you're here, Michelle, but we gotta mute you for a second. Okay. And it'll enhance your connection with your Father. So some of us maybe need to use frankincense emotionally, but everybody should be using it every single day. Oregano. This one, I will not ask you to use. Do not put any drops on your hands. Don't touch it. It's a hot one. It's really spicy. And also, if you're going to use this one, be super careful with when you're touching your nose or your lips or your eyes. Unless you're into the bigger lip thing, I bet cinnamon or oregano could really help to enhance, because it's just going to make them puff up really big. Oregano is great as an antiviral. Great for immune support. You can use it aromatically. You can use it topically if you want to, and internally. If you're going to use it topically, please use a fractionated coconut oil or some other carrier oil because it's extremely hot. I didn't know anything about oregano the first time I used it. So I just tore my nail polish off. But I used to get my nails done all the time, and I started to get warts all over my hands. I used oregano because I saw that it was an antiviral. So I thought, oh, great, I'll just use oregano. And I poured it all over my hands. Hold on. Jess, type in the box. I can't. Jess is texting me right now. So I poured it all over my hands, and my hands felt like they were on fire, and they were throbbing throughout the night. And so I decided, okay, I'm never using oregano again, ever. And the warts didn't really go away. But after 2 or 3 weeks, they started to shrink. They started to get really small. And these are warts that I had had for years. And nothing had worked. I'd had them frozen off. I'd had them burned off. I used over-the-counter products. Nothing worked. I put the oregano on my hand the one time, mistakenly, and they started to shrink. And eventually they went away, and I don't have warts anymore. So I'm pretty happy about that. So it's great for immune support. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oops. And it's a powerful antioxidant. It's great to cleanse and purify internally. In the Cleanse and Restore kit, there's something called the GX Assist. That's a pill that has Melaleuca, lemon, and oregano in it, because oregano is such a powerful internal cleanser for your body. But just be really careful when touching it. And then you can also cook with it. So if you make a lot of Italian food, 1 drop in your sauce is a really powerful, tasty oil to use. Just be careful with the amount that you use. When you're cooking, always just use 1 drop and then taste it. And then if you need more, go ahead and add more. Emotionally, it is the oil of humility and non-attachment. So if you're going to use this one emotionally, I would suggest that you diffuse it more than anything else, because I'm always super cautious with touching this oil. Because I know how hot it can be. And when it's on your fingers, it's going to stay on your fingers for a while. So you have to be super careful. You would use oregano if you're feeling overly attached, feeling prideful, opinionated, negative, excessively willful, or materialistic. By using or smelling, inhaling oregano, you would gain more humility, non-attachment. You'd be more teachable, flexible, and then you'd be willing to be wrong on occasion. Maybe I need it more than I think. Devoted. Okay. I'll read your comments after we get through. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the blends. There's 4 blends that we're going to talk about. They're the most used blends. I think most of us have these in our arsenal of oils. Breathe is the respiratory blend. And you can use Breathe aromatically or topically. It's not recommended that you use it internally. You can rub it right on your chest. And also you can, somebody took my Breathe, so I have cardamom. You can put a drop on your hand and also rub it on your chest. And then inhale it. You can huff it. Breathe is a blend of peppermint, eucalyptus, laurel leaf, melaleuca, lemon, ravensara, and cardamom. So I use cardamom because it really helps to enhance my respiratory function. So breathe would be used to support respiratory function. It opens your airways for clearer breathing. It eases seasonal discomfort. You can rub it directly on your chest, but with little ones, I would suggest using a drop in like a teaspoon of fractionated coconut oil and rubbing that on their chest instead of putting it directly on. It's really helpful to diffuse it at night, and then you can place a drop or two, cup your hands over your mouth and nose and inhale. Breathe is such a popular oil that a whole line of products have been created using the Breathe blend. So now today we have the oil, of course. We have the roll-on, the touch, which was created for children. It's specifically, the ratio is the exact ratio it needs to be for coconut oil and the Breathe oil for kids, so they can put it on directly. We have the Breathe drops, which are great in tea. I didn't know this, but my son Ron made me tea one day because I had a sore throat and I wasn't feeling very good, and he made me tea and then put a Breathe drop in it, and it's delicious. And that's it for Breathe products. Okay, so emotionally, let's see. I started to write all of these down, and then my hand got really sore, and I decided I'm just going to write page numbers down. So Breathe, and I did the Zyto last week, and I've been really struggling emotionally with some changes that are happening in my family. Breathe was the first one that came up, and I was really kind of confused about why Breathe would come up. Breathe is the oil of breath. So this oil helps to address the inability to let go of grief and pain. Negative emotions that Breathe addresses are sadness, grief, despair, feeling unloved, difficulty breathing, constriction, or distrust. And then the positive properties, by using Breathe, you would feel more loved, cared for, receiving, courage to fully open, embracing life, healed, and solace. So I got Breathe and then a couple of other oils that dealt with like fear and holding on to grief. And if you haven't done the Zyto, I highly recommend them. They're wonderful for helping you realize what's going on. Okay, Deep Blue. I have the roll-on. This is the roll-on without the coconut oil. There's a Deep Blue touch also for kids that is really great for our athletes and our little athletes that maybe stretch a little too hard or they run a little too fast. Oh, Michelle's a soccer mom too, so there's 3 of us here. Okay, Breathe is a blend as well. It's good for muscle and joints aches. It has wintergreen, camphor bark, peppermint, ylang-ylang, helichrysum, blue tansy flower, blue chamomile flower, osmanthus flower. And you'll notice that I said ylang-ylang. If you look on your bottle, that probably won't be in there. But in the new product information guide, all of the oils that are in the blend are now printed. So Breathe is soothing and cooling. It's comforting. It soothes and cools tired muscles and joints. It's great to rub on muscles after exercise or maybe after a painful chiropractic visit. You can use it on your wrists or hands after a long day at the computer or on your phone. And then there's also a whole line of Breathe products. There's the oil. There's the roll-on, which we've had for a long time. There's the rub, the Deep Blue rub, which is my personal favorite. And then there's supplements, which don't have the same oils in the supplements, but they're really great for reducing pain. It's a polyphenol complex that people who struggle with inflammation should be taking every single day. And then I started using, one day we were at a conference in California, and there were no chairs in the room. And so I sat on the floor for 2 days. And by the second day, I just couldn't stand up. Like my back was killing me. So I used the oil. I wasn't getting relief. So I put on the rub. I wasn't getting relief. So I added On Guard, which is the protective blend to it. So I got the cold and then the hot. And that's like butter for soothing pain. So that's my special like trick. That's what I love the most. Emotionally, it's the oil of surrendering pain. Negative emotions it addresses is resistance to pain, avoidance of emotional issues, hysteria in painful situations. By using Deep Blue emotionally, and by emotionally, I would put a drop in your hand, rub your hands together, and smell it. You could also put it on your neck if you need to. But it enhances strength. It helps you to accept painful experiences. It soothes, it's serene, it makes you cool-headed and embracing of difficult situations. Okay, we've got 2 oils left. On Guard. This, yeah, after frankincense, this is the oil you need to have in your house. Especially as fall and winter are coming, this oil will make you sane because it's not fun. Good, yeah. On Guard is a great oil to, it's the protective blend. We can use it aromatically, topically, and internally. Oh yeah, Robin? Sweet. On Guard has wild orange, clove buds, cinnamon leaf, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, and rosemary. It supports healthy immune and respiratory function. It's a powerful surface cleanser. It's energizing and uplifting. And you use it in place of nasty toxic hand sanitizer or those wipes because because it helps to kill any kind of bacteria, and it smells a lot better than Melaleuca. There's this whole line of On Guard products, and you can every cleaner in your house with On Guard products. We have the oil, we have the touch, which is diluted for kids. There's foaming hand wash. There is laundry detergent. There's a cleaner concentrate, which you can use to clean your countertops or clean the windows, so instead of Windex, you can replace it with the cleaner concentrate. Throat drops, and then toothpaste. And everybody should have the toothpaste in their house, too. Okay. Oh, emotionally. Emotionally, it's the oil of protection. You would use On Guard. I would diffuse it if you're going to do it emotionally. If you put it on your neck here, it burns. It's got cinnamon in there. You're going to get a red neck. It's going to burn your skin. I do it anyways. If I'm not feeling good or if somebody isn't feeling good and I want to protect myself, then I just go ahead and put it on my neck, and it keeps me protected. Okay. So, it's the oil of protection. This combination of oils is generally used to shield individuals from bacteria, mold, or viruses. This blend's protective properties, however, extend beyond the physical level by aiding individuals in warding off energetic parasites, domineering personalities, and other negative influences. So I probably should have had that one on yesterday, too. Negative emotions that it addresses are feeling attacked, unprotected, vulnerable, and then if you struggle with peer pressure. By using On Guard on a daily basis, you feel more protected, capable, your boundaries are strengthened, you have more integrity, you're independent, reinforced, and strengthened. And then the last oil for today is Digescen, the digestive blend. I show of hands, who likes this oil? Who likes the taste of Digescen?
I do.
No, I don't like the taste either, but it works like a charm if you don't feel good. So I'll just try it anyways. It doesn't matter. I'll use it. Digescen's the digestive blend. You can use it aromatically, topically, internally. It has anise, peppermint, ginger, caraway, coriander, tarragon, and fennel. It soothes upset stomach. It aids in digestion. It helps reduce bloating, gas, and occasional indigestion. And it calms motion sickness. The best method for use, even if you don't like the taste of it, is putting 2 drops right under your tongue. It doesn't taste good. It tastes like black licorice. But it's really, really helpful. It kind of cuts that indigestion. Like within minutes, you'll feel better. It's not for everybody. So if you can't stand the taste, you can put it right on. If you're struggling with like indigestion up on your chest, you can put it on your chest. If you are struggling with indigestion in your tummy, you can rub it right on your tummy, and it works. It works. maybe you don't get results just as quickly as if you just put it right in your mouth. And then it's great if you struggle with motion sickness, you can just put a drop on your hand and, you know, smell it. But peppermint will do that for you too. It really just depends on what works best for your body. The tablets, so Digestion has a couple. They have the Touch Roll-On for kids. They have the oil, and they have the tablets. And I know that Heather's husband, David, really likes the tablets. He thinks they're like mints, like breath mints. But I don't like them. They're like chalky. It's supposed to be like a Tums. Some people really love them, but sometimes no. And even if I don't feel good, I can't do the tablets. They're just too much for me, too much flavor. Okay, so emotionally, it's the oil of digestion. And that's obvious. If you or you know someone that has a loss of appetite for food or life, this might be a good oil to try. Inability to assimilate new information or experiences. And if you're feeling overstimulated, this might be a good one to try. By using this oil, you feel more enthusiasm, you feel more nourished, you're more interested, assimilating new information, and events becomes easy for you. Okay, that is it. Questions? Because let me see what time it is. Oh, we went over. I knew it was going to take a long time to get through all of them. Okay. I'm going to read through the comments. You guys can unmute yourself and ask any questions. Really, guys? Well, ladies and two guys. What about for earaches for kids? I don't know how to word that correctly, but for ear support, I've always heard that Melaleuca is great to rub on the outside and around the back of the ear, never inside of the ear.
And put a drop on a cotton ball, I've heard, and put that in.
But I think with kids, I probably would try the Melaleuca Touch before I would go straight to the oil. Because the oil is a little more watery. Like you could possibly get it into the ear canal, which you don't want to do. So I would use the Touch. Yes,
I was going to say I use helichrysum.
Oh, I can't hear you. Hold on. Am I muted? Maybe that's why I can't hear anything. Yeah, I'm muted. Hold on. I am muted. If I knew how to turn it up. Okay. Go.
Helichrysum. And my essential oil is one of the recommended oils as well for ear support.
Okay. Thank you. Katie, did you get that? That's probably why I couldn't hear Michelle when Brenda said that I needed to mute her. I couldn't hear a thing. Okay. And then Kenya, you said milk supply? You see milk supply. Yeah. Robin, do you have, would you use it in a capsule or would you use it topically?
Which one are we talking about?
For nursing moms.
It depends on the oil. There's a really good pregnancy and birth and baby book. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I can post it. It really gives great detail on how to do all that.
Okay. Well, I don't have that, but I'll look it up right now. Next question, but ask it because I'm looking at the.
Okay. All right, next time I'll just have my supply of books in front of me so I can grab them. Because it is a great resource, and I've given that away a lot to pregnant moms.
Oh, okay.
Ruth, I saw it in the book. It did suggest fennel, but we were, and then I kept looking, and it said in a capsule. It just didn't specify how many drops would be beneficial to increase the milk supply.
Personally, I think a capsule would be the safer because you don't want the baby getting a hold of that and getting it in the baby's eyes. So I would be very cautious topically with that.
As far as the amount, I would actually suggest starting small, like 1 drop, because when I had issues and needed to increase, I made fennel tea. So I would take some fennel and put it in a cup and pour hot water over it. And that was how I increased mine. So just a drop is probably a significant amount.
The Modern Essentials book says to apply 1 to 2 drops on breasts. So I agree with Robin. I wouldn't want that oil near the baby, so I like Jess's idea about taking 1 drop into, or taking it in a capsule. 1 drop.
Blanche, you will love this information in about 10 years. Going back to the earache thing or the ear discomfort thing or the support of the ear area, however you would like me to word that, we've been very successful with the cotton ball thing. When you just really, it only takes like, I mean, depending on the size of the ear itself, I mean, you can even put a Q-tip or put it on the Q-tip, but take it with like a toothpick. So you're not even applying a full drop of oil. So if they're real little, I tell them to do that. And then you take basil and lavender, diluted for a small child, and you rub it on the outside of the ear and down the side of the neck.
Mm-hmm.
That has worked well when there's water in the ear. That has worked well when there's just inflammation, you know, just your overall ear discomfort. Those 3 things. The key is you got to keep doing it over and over and over. It's not where you can just do it and be done with it till the night and do it again. You really need to reapply.
How often?
To the severity of the discomfort. If you know you've got that discomfort that's helping and then it starts to dissipate and the discomfort comes back, then you reapply. And that might be every 20 minutes, that might be once an hour, you know, just kind of as needed, usually for the first 24 to 36 hours.
Okay. Okay.
I
Katie,
actually just sent that mixture to a friend in Alabama just over the weekend, and she's already seen great results to it. And this was an adult.
So lavender, basil, and melaleuca.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Melaleuca on the cotton ball, basil, lavender, just kind of on the outside of the ear, and then just kind of going down the neck.
Okay. Thank you, Robin. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, good. Katie got it. She got your recommendation. Beefcake. You got any questions?
What was that?
Do you have any questions for the group? It's question and answer time.
No, I just enjoyed the information about the fennel.
Oh, you did you?
Yeah, I'm in the library at MCC, so I have to be quiet. But
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you're here, Beefcake.
yeah, thank you.
Yalla.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, you know how they put like those oranges in the water at the DoubleTree?
Yes.
Does orange or citrus bliss do the same thing as lemon oil?
Yeah, you can use any of them. Grapefruit,
But
bergamot.
it won't eat the bottle?
They will eat the bottle. You have to use glass.
That's what I thought.
Okay. Thanks, Beefcake.
Okay. Alright. I'll unmute myself.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
You're
Lance,
welcome.
thank you, Beefcake. Lance, did you have any questions? Wait, hold on, you're muted. All right. Now you're unmuted.
No, I'm all good. Thank you, Ruth.
Okay. You're
I don't
welcome.
have cool as name. I'm sorry.
What was that?
I said I don't have as cool as name as Beefcake, so you know, can't really
Next
step
time.
up for that.
Not yet, not yet. You can be beef pie.
I'll work on it for you.
Thanks, Lance. Thanks, Beefcake. Cheryl or Michelle,
welcome.
do you guys have any questions?
No, I don't. Good information.
All right, thank you. Michelle? Nope, you're good. Okay. All right, well, next week we're going to be talking about the Lifelong Vitality supplements. For an oil company, they're actually the #1 product that doTERRA sells. Everybody, and I recommend this to everyone, should be on Lifelong Vitality because they're such powerful supplements and they actually work, unlike most of the stuff that you find on the market. So we'll talk more in depth about that next week. On the Essential Bliss page, there is a list of all the topics that we'll be discussing throughout the next couple of months. Please give me your suggestions if you have ideas that come up, because I'm really interested in talking about whatever you're interested in. And we can just do a Q&A one week also, just bring a bunch of questions. So I have a tagline for the end of these chats. You ready for it? I'm not going to tell you next time that's tagline. So this is what my upline suggested that I say. Go be hot and healthy from the inside and out. Go get it today. All right. Take care, you guys. I'll see you next week.
Work on that one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Love you, Omar. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.